National Police Agency has announced that the school zone speed limit will be eased to up to 50 kilometers per hour from the current 30 kilometers per hour during the night and early morning hours beginning next month.
경찰청은 다음 달부터 밤 시간대에 한해 어린이보호구역, 즉 스쿨존 속도 제한을 현행 시속 30km에서 최대 시속 50km까지 완화한다고 발표했습니다. So this basically means at night and very early in the morning when there are no students around the schools.
Right.
Drivers will be able to drive a little faster.
A little faster.
Yeah. So currently a lot of the school zones, it says 30. But you can drive between the hours of 9 to 7 at a speed of 50 kilometers
Right.
per hour.
And 50 kilometers per hour is the current speed limit within, I think, the Seoul metropolitan, the city area. So they're saying that, the school, there's been, I think there were many accidents related to students, and they came up with this law to decrease the speed limit, especially around the school areas, where many children come and go, so that drivers will be driving slowly just in case any children just pop out because they're running around these areas. But there's been a lot of complaints, I think, from a lot of citizens saying that, what about the night hours? What about the earlier morning hours where there are no children? It's a little inefficient. So I think that's why they decided to ease these school zone speed limits to make it or allow drivers to go a little bit faster when there are no children around.
새벽에 운전하시는 분들 많으시잖아요. 뭐 택배 운전하시는 분들도 계실 수 있고 아니면 저희도 사실은 아주 일찍 나온단 말이에요. 그럴 때는 학교 주변에서 시속 30km로 운전하는 게 약간 비효율적일 수 있습니다. 그런 게 좀 가만히 된 것 같고요. 여기서 말하는 밤 시간대는 정확하게는 밤 9시부터 그 다음 날 아침 7시까지가 해당이 되겠고요. 스쿨존에서 이제 시속 30으로 명시된 곳은 50km까지 이 시간대에 한해서 운전을 해도 괜찮습니다.
That's the normal speed limit that we have to keep.
네, 그런데 이제 일부 스쿨존은 지금 현행 50이라고 표시된 데가 있어요. 이런 데는 이제 아이들이 등하교하는 시간에는 이건 오히려 더 강화해가지고 30으로 더 천천히 운전해라. 네, 이렇게 좀 조정이 된다는 거. 언제부터냐면 다음 달이라고 했는데 그게 이번 주 금요일이에요. 네, 이번 주 금요일부터 해당이 됩니다. 조심운전, 안전운전.
I think,
반드시 하세요.
Just because they've eased these regulations, it doesn't mean we have to start speeding right away.
Of course.
I think we still do need to be careful. I was in Australia a couple of years ago, and I like that they had this system in place where around schools, they had these stoplights where it started flashing whenever, especially during those hours when the children would be going back and forth from school. So we had to be especially careful.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was a pretty efficient way for people to realize, okay, this is when we need to slow down because it's flashing. So we'll have to keep that speed limit. And then when there were no kids around, it would stop flashing and then we could go at the regular speed level.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's, I think, something that maybe the government can keep in mind.
Well, let's have a look at the expression. You've mentioned it a couple of times. To ease.
To ease. So ease means to relax something. So here, they have eased the limit, meaning that from 30, that's a more stricter limit. They've eased it or relaxed it so that they will allow drivers to drive a little bit faster. And we also talked about the current speed limit. So the current speed limit is the one that we usually drive at, which is 50 kilometers per hour.
맞아요. 완화한다라는 동사 ease가 나왔고요. 그 다음에는 현재라는 형용사 current가 쓰였는데 the current speed 아니면 the current rate 아니 우리는 사실 지금 시사 관련된 컨텐츠를 많이 전해드리고 있는데 이때도 current라는 단어가 들어가서요. The current affairs라고 우리가 하죠. current events라고 할 수도 있겠지만 current 요즘의 현재의 그런 이제 화제가 되는 뉴스 current affairs라고 합니다.
Yeah, so you can, keep ahead with what's going on in the world by reading up on the current events.
네. 자, 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. The National Police Agency has announced that the school zone speed limit will be eased to up to 50 kilometers per hour from the current 30 kilometers per hour during the night and early morning hours beginning next month.